you guys, welcome back to the channel. This is DawnDoesLife, and today I wanted to do a sit down and chat with my current painting, which is a colorful tree in an abstract version. I really like this tree. It looks like a lot of colors, so I may be coming across some confetti. I don't know, but I'm okay with that. And just to let you know too, I did end up working on a little bit more of it, but I'm just going to show you what I have done so far. So I did an extra section here the other day in what I thought was a WIP and chat. But I am realizing that the square drills do take me longer, so small sections to begin with are definitely going to be the way to go. So I'm just going to peel this back. And I also have some work to do with rivers on this one as well, because I folded it backwards. But I do want to show you, I can see some rivers in there. I do want to show you what it looks like. And I was just hoping that this washi tape would keep it all together. So we'll go back as far as there for now, until I can get the other piece. Oh, see some rivers there. I think I'm going to be seeing them everywhere. So how are you guys all doing? I hope you guys are doing great. I hope Christmas is behind us and things are starting to settle down. I know Saskatchewan is still on lockdown till February 19th, which really sucks. I am an introvert by nature, and even I am going bonkers. And by a little bonkers, I mean a lot. Hopefully this washi tape will hold. I just want to take this back far enough for you to kind of get an idea of kind of like the sky and then the tree. I don't even know how much you'll actually get to see. The picture really was... Oh no, the washi tape didn't hold at all. Oh, I'm in big trouble. Okay, you know what? Scrap... don't come all apart. Scrap that idea. Let's try and save this. Oh, and washi tape is not supposed to get this off here. Washi tape is not supposed to stick to your painting. Okay, so now you're gonna watch me put it all back on as best I can, hopefully. This out of the way. I don't even know what goes with what, but I guess the most important thing is that the canvas gets covered. Well, me and my big ideas, hey? Good enough to go out. Alright, that didn't go as planned, but that's okay. We make things work anyway. So I am not going to attempt to show you the whole thing. Get rid of this washi tape that did nothing, but I will peel it back a bit from this side. I think this side is a bit more, not as much tree on this, and I just won't go as far back. Just maybe go back to there. So I don't even know. Do you see all the rivers in there too, guys? I have some fixing to do. Oh, and look at my paper up. Haven't even started yet, and already I'm into these. It's going to be an issue. But just move and be done. So that's kind of the top half of it. It's not quite the view that I wanted to show you guys, but I guess because I cut everything ahead of time, that's about as far as it's gonna get. And then as for, I'm just gonna lay this back down so I don't have any more disasters. And then for the bottom, I think I can pull this one back pretty good, because I have not cut this one. And I don't know why I didn't, but I'm really glad that I didn't. Let's see if we can get... So there you see the trunk of the tree into the grass. I'm really excited to get into this one and start getting into that center portion. But I think that's about as far back as I'm willing to go on that one as well. For the same reason, I don't want to pull it off in a way that won't go back on. Okay, so I have been storing my paintings in a flattened box. And I just wanted to show you guys sort of what my first two paintings looked like. Remember, they were round drills. The very first one I did was off camera, I was really trying to figure out, I haven't done anything with them yet, so I haven't sealed them or decided how I'm going to hang them. But the first one was this one. And I don't know if you can see how sparkly that is. So they are very pliable. I have not lost a diamond on this yet, but I just love how they sparkle. And this is not one that I would have picked, except that I just wanted to really try doing one. And this one is, I think it was a 30 by 40, which equates to about 12 by 16, I think. So hopefully you guys are really seeing how sparkly that is. And again, I just keep them in a flat box. It helps keep them straight, and then at the same time it protects them. I'm not using the box just yet. And then this was the one that I did the time lapse on, and I just love it. I can't wait to find an area to put this in, and I might have to wait until I go to my new house, but whatever. And this is my coffee time, and it's just so sparkly. Now I'm going to sit down and try to get set up so that we can diamond paint. Now that you've seen my colorful tree from DP Special Store, which I will leave a link to down in the description below, along with there are some Amazon links as well to different kit pieces like this light board, and just some different tools that I have found that are just amazing. I'll actually even try to find the link for this Michael's kit, because I'll tell you, for a beginner kit, it's an excellent beginner kit. It has lots of room in it. Chances are you're not going to have a huge painting, but I believe it was $15.99, and then with the 30% off coupon that you get in Canada, it ended up being, well, I mean, it ended up being a reasonable enough price, and I went back and got two because I knew that this was going to be a long-term thing for me. So let's just figure out where we're going, Dawn. All right, so let's pull back the next section. So again, I had pulled back a further section, and it took me about an hour to get this much done. I still say as we go that I will get faster and faster and faster, but for now I'm gonna leave these sections where they are. And I do see a couple rivers here, so we're just gonna take a second to kind of just poke those out, because they're air pockets basically, and we don't want air pockets. So you don't really have to do this hard. I know it sounds hard, but it really isn't. It's just kind of removing the air without cutting into the canvas. What color are we going to work on today? So I'm thinking, I see a lot of G's up in this area. So if I look on my legend, G's are 1-9. And right now I'm working in small enough sections that I really have not needed my big tray. But so I am curious as all hell to know what, if anything, you guys are working on, or if you could work on something, what would it be? What would your style be? You guys have heard me say I kind of like the abstract type designs. What would you work on if you could? Would you like cartoon characters or nature scenes, or I don't know. I'm interested. I see some completely beautiful canvases out there that, well, first of all, they're huge and I don't know how anybody can wrangle them, but also just that they're pretty, and they're just not my style, and that's okay. I don't mind watching other people do them, but oh man, I mean, I keep saying that eventually it's probably going to get to the point where I'm going to have to do some canvases that aren't my favorite, because I'm going to run out of things to do around my house, which is essentially what I'm trying to do right now, is just pick stuff that I think would look nice in my house somewhere. But that is not going to last forever. I'm just trying to do the best I can, the checkerboard method. I find, so these are square. I never get them. Oh shoot, I didn't do a checker. I find I don't really get them. Maybe I can do one. I don't really get them super straight, but when you do the checkerboard method, it actually really helps with placement long term. So when you're snapping them in, they kind of all straighten out, and it helps. I try to get them straight. I try to be mindful of looking at them each time. And I think that's what I mean when I say there's more involved with square diamonds, just because you have to be so much more aware of where you're placing everything, but that's okay. I'm dying to see the finished product. I'd like to hold it up to like my coffee time and see, what's the sparkle like in comparison. I've heard that the sparkle isn't quite as high on the square diamonds, but the detail is high. So it's like you're giving up one for the other. But then I've seen some square ones that actually Rachel Ray showed one that, wow, you would never have known. I mean, that was a thing, that round drills are supposed to sparkle more. So, and I think that was really kind of the first time I'd heard that, and I was thinking, I don't think so. But I guess it depends on what you're doing and what colors you're using. I don't know. I have no idea. But so tell me in the comments down below what you guys have all been up to. We've made it through January. The groundhog saw his shadow, which means we have 6 more weeks of winter. Yay. I know our lockdown, if you want to call it that, is until the 19th of February, and I just want to see my daughter. I just want to see my grandkids. I'd like to get back to some sense of normalcy, and it's like everywhere you go, nothing's normal. Sure, you can go into a grocery store, but, well, you have the people who don't care and they're in your face, but then you have the people that look at you like, how dare you come 20 feet near me? And believe me, I've been the one that's been like, could you please back off when they're too close? And then I've been the one going, my God, would you relax? It's 20 feet. Like, I'm 20 feet away from you. But, when it comes to people's health, who am I to say what's right for them? And that's sort of where I'm stuck. It's like, if that makes them feel better, then kind of have to give it to them, hey? Like, it's kind of a scary world we live in, especially now with these new variants. And I believe I just heard that Saskatchewan has them now. I don't know how long ago we got them. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like the government tends to, how do I put it without sounding like a maniac? I don't think they tend to give us all the information. Do you remember back when, I need to see and I don't see any emojis that I can kind of checkerboard. But do you remember back in when this was all coming out and the government was saying, don't wear a mask, it doesn't do any good. And I remember getting into such an argument with my daughter because she was saying, government says you don't have to wear a mask, or the CDC says you don't have to wear a mask. And I'm thinking, to me it just makes sense. If you put something in your face, it might not give you the best protection, but it's going to give you some protection. And nope, don't even waste your time. That was back about the point that I was making masks, and she thought it was not dumb, but just not as helpful as I thought it would be, and the people buying them thought it would be. And then it came out, well, maybe you should wear a mask, but it won't help you. It'll help protect other people. And okay, that's fine. If you wear a mask, you're protecting me. If I wear a mask, I'm protecting you. And then it came out, no, actually the mask can offer you some protection. And it's just like, I just get so tired of, well, first of all, nobody remembers I said those things, but secondly, that the story's never straight. And I understand that as we learn things, those two look like they were together. As we learn more and more, we learn more and more, and we learn better methods of treating things. But just like, it makes oh jeez, I keep doing that. It makes all the sense in the world to me that if you have a pandemic and it's running rampant and people are dying, wear a mask. Even if it does nothing, on the slim chance that it might do something, wear it. I have to pick up off the table here. That's just my logic. And don't make us feel stupid. But sometimes I think like they were telling us, don't wear a mask, it doesn't do any good, when they were short on masks. So that way they had enough masks for their nurses, which, I mean, their nurses needed them. Doctors, nurses, health professionals, I don't just mean nurses. But then just tell us that. Just say, you know, if you can make your own mask, or if you can find a means to make your own mask, feel free to do so. But we really need the masks we have for our frontline workers. That would have been a completely okay thing to say, I think. But instead they tell you one thing, and then they tell you another, and then they tell you another. And it's just, it becomes so frustrating. I won't leave it up. Anyways, as I'm sure you guys all know by now, I'm a bit of a conspiracy person. I told my husband, right in time for this vaccine, there's going to be a new strand of the virus. You just watch. And the vaccine's not going to be as effective. And he looked at me like he always does. Looked at me like I was out of my mind. And then right around the time the vaccine was starting to roll out, sure enough, there's a new strain of the variant. But they were telling everybody, don't worry, the vaccine is still good and it should cover you no problem. And now they're just starting to release that, well, actually this variant could be far, far worse than we thought, and it may, the vaccine may not be as effective as we had hoped. And I know, whatever, I am not an anti-vaxxer. Please don't think that I am an anti-vaxxer. We need something. But sometimes I think that the government likes to keep us quiet. And what better way to keep the masses quiet than to tell them that there's a vaccine on the way, even if it isn't going to work, you know? I don't know. Do you guys still like me? I want there to be a vaccine. I want everybody to be okay. I really do. I don't know if we're being told everything there is to know. That's all I'm saying. All right, what's my next color? Remember my, oh no, that was the one I didn't end up putting up. I had a debacle with small d's and small b's because they put them right beside each other, and then I got all confused. So let's go into something different. Let's go into, this is a bit of a mishmash of colors everywhere. Let's try an L. I don't know if I've done an L yet. And what is L? L, it's kind of a darker gray, it looks like. There's not a huge amount of them. I think I have to put two. But what are your thoughts on that? Do you think the government's telling us everything? Do you feel quite satisfied with the news that you're receiving? Do you think there's something else going on? I'd be interested to know if I'm the only one that thinks like this. I mean, I know I'm not the only one that thinks like this, but if I'm the only one here that's thinking like this. Oh, that was the other. But and then I heard that there are some people in Norway that took the new vaccine and got sick from it, and a couple nurses in Britain, I think, maybe England. Anyways, some people are getting sick from it, and that kind of makes you think, ooh, like, you know, they did rush it, and I know that they took all the precautions they could, but you really never do know long-term studies until you have a length of time to study long-term studies. So those things concern me. Having said that, I would still take the vaccine. I want to have my life back to somewhat normal as soon as possible. I would like to not be afraid, you know, to be around people and my loved ones, travel, like just all the, oh, I took two there by mistake. All the people, or all the places that I want to go and I can't, like Mexico, because Canada shut down Mexico, flights to Mexico and the Caribbean. I mean, not that I would want to go right now anyway. Never mind, I don't even know why I'm talking about that. I've been thinking a lot about birds lately. I actually went to the pet store. I had to pick up some special cat food for my cat, and I was there for probably 45 minutes doing my bird talk with all the birds that were there. They had Some cuties. Greg does not like birds, and I swear that he will love birds if I can bring home a bird. But I can't bring home a bird while I have Milo, because Milo, I know, will hate birds. And Milo will, he's older, he will be so stressed out if I brought home a bird. So I could not bring home a bird while he is in our lives. So I'd rather have Milo any day. But one day I would like to own a bird again. I had a budgie, and he was my best friend. And he never spoke. I've heard of some budgies speaking, and my aunt's bird did, but I got him late in life, and I think by him it meant her. I think it was a her, but we called it a him because we didn't know. But anyways, I think that I got him too late in life to really work with him. But I did really work with him, and got him to the point where he was out of his cage more than he was in his cage, and he was very, very hand tame. That was an awful, awful day when he passed. He ended up with a tumor, and I took him to the vet. I paid the exorbitant vet fees only to have them tell me that there was literally nothing they could do, that they could attempt to remove the tumor, but chances are he would die from the surgery, and it wouldn't make enough of a difference, and he would end up coming back, and he would end up dying anyways. So we let him go, but that was hard. I really love that. And I have never had a bird since. Boy, these L's are kind of hidden everywhere. This is confetti. When you have, it is so cold outside, I have my heat so high that my nose is so dry, and I'm like, I feel like I'm trying to clear it because it's so dry. So you're gonna hear me sniffling lots. Wintertime I sniffle a lot. I can't remember what I was talking about. Oh, confetti, just that there's so many colors in here. And like there's splotches, there's not a lot of any. Oops, I think I'm moving the camera. I think that's it for the L. When it's like this though, there is a high probability that I am going to have missed one, I think. And I really like this light that I have on my board, but it causes a bit of a glare, and I put it there for you guys so that you can see what I'm doing, but it's hard on my eyes even with my glasses. So can't say enough about this pen. I have to tell you guys about it again. It is listed in the description box below. I got it on Amazon. This pen is amazing. I haven't had to twist it up to this whole section and now this section, and possibly even another section. Like it works really, really well. I'm gonna do S. S looks like something different. Maybe I've done it, I don't know. But there's a few of them, so let's do it. Uh-oh. My watch is telling me I have 10% battery power left. I must not have charged it well. I don't think I have this. And I like that popping noise that this stuff makes. That was my nail in the pen. Well, I think I did that one upside down. I did. Felt weird. There we go. I don't think I have done this color. Maybe if I have, just a couple. So if you guys can believe it, I have still not completely finished my office. Oh, I had to walk away from it. There was so much stuff in here. You have no idea. We filled up both our garbage can and our recycling. I just am in a purge mode, and just anything. I've got so much school supplies and so much. I mean, again, you know, my youngest daughter went through high school and elementary, and then my oldest daughter went through elementary. My stepson was with his mom, but I mean, he wasn't here for school, but he was here for homework and stuff. Oh, there's an 8. Uh-oh. Did I do it again? Okay, I'm just not even going to. Uh-oh. I think that might have been an 8. Yep, okay. No, it's a 9. When they put ones that are similar together, it destroys. And I did this last time too. I pulled all the ones I had placed and ended up finding one that I'd placed wrong. So I think I'm just gonna, like, honestly, I'm just gonna leave it.
and hope that you guys can tell me in the comments down below if you noticed me putting anything on a wrong color. Whoops, on a wrong color. Or on a wrong symbol, I mean, sorry. But hey, you know, have some fun with it. Let's not be all stressed out. But yeah, back to the office. So I had to walk away from it for a little bit. I did, and I'm okay that I did. I put a lot of work into it. Problem is, it actually looks like it. Problem is, we want to list our house, and walking away from something for a few days is not going to get the job done. I mean, my daughter's bedroom, the one that just moved out, we've got to get that one. She had a lot of posters and stuff on her walls that have damaged paint, so we're going to have to do something with that. I told her she's going to have to help with that too, because that's just, oh my god. When I saw that, I was just like, I think I always knew it was under there, but I don't think I knew exactly how bad it was until I saw it. And yeah, I'm gonna need her to help me, and she's far more likely to help me than my husband. He's not very much a handyman. I like to do that kind of stuff, so I just always have. I don't mean to act like he's not a manly man, because he is. He just doesn't like fixing things or building things or that kind of thing. That's just not his thing. He wants to kill people in, well, looky here. I don't know what he does. Jeepers. What is going on? Anyway, so I enlisted her help. Whether or not she gives it to me, we'll see. And I suppose that'll be dependent on this stupid pandemic as well. And by stupid, I just mean long. I mean, it is stupid, but we've had other pandemics, and this one just seems to be. I remember the day that Trudeau announced that he was shutting down the country. I remember being really terrified. I had never in all my life seen anything like that. It felt like the end of the world. I don't know, did it to any of you? But you know, like, so many really kind of, I don't know, there's been a lot of sadness in all of this, but you know, things like Zoom meetings and people reaching out and having more conversations. I hope when this is all over, we don't go back to status quo where everybody's kind of in their own little shell and bubble, whatever you want to call it. I hope people do want to be around each other more. We are social beings, and like I said, I am introverted. I absolutely am introverted, and even I want to be around people. I like having those FaceTime talks with my daughter, seeing her face, you know, like I just have there's just such a great sense of missing everybody. And like my husband's birthday last year, and then that was just before everything started to hit. I can't remember what was going on for his birthday last year, but we didn't end up doing anything. And then, you know, this year we couldn't, and for mine we couldn't. And even though mine was in the summertime, things were a little bit more lax. It was still happening. You still had to be careful. I think we ordered in. I think we did for his too. But it's just, and then we did for his again this year. And I don't know. I could just go on and on and on. All my complaints about COVID-19. And it really has messed up our lives, hasn't it? But it makes you look at people a different way. Like if you're in the grocery store and somebody's stepping a little too close, like you're looking them up and down like what's your intention? And the fights I see people get into over going the wrong way down an aisle, oh my word. You better not have gone down the wrong way down an aisle, because there are aisle police that will come and get you. And it's usually some older lady, or older man too, actually. They're usually the ones that speak up. I actually don't think I see any. Wow, this is confetti. This is what they mean by confetti. What can I do next, guys? I think I'm gonna do the plus sign. I don't see a whole lot of them either. I don't know, I kind of wanted to do, actually maybe I'll do D and D. You'll see a few of those, but let's just remember we're doing D. So I still haven't worked with any. Did I say D or did I say B? I said D. Right out of the gate, I confused myself. I still haven't really worked with multi-placers. I do have a painting. I kitted it up the other night. I did it on film, and guess what? I had audio issues. Like, if I have audio issues again, I am gonna rip my hair out, I think. And you guys know how I feel about my hair. I don't know what has been going on. I'm trying a lavalier now. I'm hoping. I bought a piece, a dongle that goes out the end of my my phone. I watched videos on how to work it. It's been like that. It really has. And I'm tired of it. I mean, honestly, for months on end, I had audio issues. What are you talking about? Video issues, sure, but then you could just cut out a section or whatever. But yeah, I've never really. Is that it for D? I think that's it. Anyways, this had better work. That's all I have to say. I will be a crying Dawn if it does not. Mark my words. I think when I had first talked about this painting, I had like this much done. Maybe I had that much done. Maybe I'd had that much done, somewhere around there. And I ended up doing that extra section. That did not work. What can I pick? I see these. Oh, I see some 5s. Look at that. Oh, good. It'll be interesting to see. They say that more detail shows up in these square diamonds. It'll be interesting to see what that equates to with a tree with a ton of colors. Or they pulling my leg. I said 5, right? I did it. Just pulling your leg. So I know some of you are also moving or just about to move. I hope your moves are going smoothly. I know one of you is moving out of province, and holy crap, that's a big endeavor. I can't even imagine. I know when Greg worked, he worked for the company he's working for now and then left for about 3 years and then came back to it. And when he came back to it, they actually offered him a job in Penticton, and we considered it just because of like where it is, and I mean lakes everywhere, and I don't know. And then I thought, geez, in the winter time we'd be so isolated, and if there ever was an emergency, I mean, I'm pretty sure they have an airport. I think they're near Kamloops. Or Kelowna. Maybe it's Kelowna. Anyways, and then we thought of like, you know, our daughter was in university, and I mean, Greg's sister said she could just stay with them, but then that meant us being like 2 provinces away. And anyway, part of me thinks, you know, geez, I wonder what it would have been like if we had said yes to that. But I don't know, there's another part of me that thinks we will always be in Saskatchewan. I've lived in Alberta, I've lived in BC, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Ontario. I think that's as far. I lived in Thunder Bay, Ontario, and I really actually disliked Thunder Bay. I didn't like the layout of the city. I would never go back there. You couldn't pay me enough to go back there. It's a very dirty city. It had beautiful, Lake Superior, and beautiful scenery once you left the city, but just living in that city, maybe it was where we were, I don't know, but I would never go back there. I would never choose to go back there. I would live in Southern Ontario. I think Southern Ontario is beautiful. A lot of brick houses and stuff like that. I love that architecture. I'd go back to Edmonton, I think, but I'd also go back to BC, I think. But now, you know, all of our kids are out on their own doing their thing. Brandon is a pharmacist down in Regina, and Amanda's almost a social worker, and she's here in Saskatoon with the kids. And but who knows where she'll end up being. She said as soon as she gets her degree finalized, she wants to go to a smaller town again. So who knows where that'll be. And then Caitlin, her boyfriend of 3 years is in the oil field, and you know how things are going there. His family, it actually owns companies in Alberta, and that's a pretty scary prospect right now. He's a mechanical engineer, but that could take him anywhere. So, and her degree is political sciences, so and international affairs. She has a job with the government, but she's pretty fluid, and of course her job, at least as it is now, all of their work is being done from home. So I mean, who knows if anybody's even going to be left. Even Greg's brothers and sisters, like he has one sister that lives there now, lives out in BC on the island, and I know his other sister has talked about wanting to move there, and his brother has talked about wanting to. I mean, really, we could be here all by ourselves. Now what do I want to do? That funny one that looks like a return line. I'm looking for you. Get that one out of the way. It's kind of a mustardy yellow. I don't think there's too many. I pour too many, and I actually don't have too many to pour. I think this one is one of these. Kind of looks like it to me. So what are your plans when this is all calmed down? Have you told yourself that you're going to do something in particular? Comment down below if you have like post-pandemic plan. I don't think that we do. Like, not really, other than just like going out. I'm sure we'll go out lots. That's it for that one. I can't wait to have a trip down to Mexico. It's been too long. And I know that seems like a stupid thing, and who the heck knows if we'll even be able to afford it with the way things have been, I mean, and the way things are going. Just give me one. I am looking for... I had a spatula tool, and I don't know what the heck I did with it, but it was so good at straightening edges and stuff, and what did I tell you? I'm not totally organized just yet. Well, I don't know any of these. Okay. Oh, maybe I stuck it in my... What did I do with it? I actually didn't even put it there. What the heck? What have you been up to? Shenanigans. Good. Well, isn't that just the craziest? I loved that tool. And it looks like it's nowhere to be found. Well, darn it. Well, it's got to be here somewhere. So, is it under here? Is it? Oh, for crying out loud. Okay, back to the work at hand. What did I say I want to work on? Well, why not just get these Ys out of the way? Kind of the same color-ish. And actually, it's not. So are you binge watching any of your favorite shows right now? Years ago, I watched season 1 of American Gods, and I really liked it. And then I just kind of left it and sat through season 1 again with my husband so he could watch it. And then we're now in the middle of watching 2, and I think there's actually a season 3 available too. And of course The Expanse, although I think we're 1 episode away from being done that one. We watched all of Star Trek Discovery, although God, I wish they would do something with that show. If they would spend more time on the storytelling and the action than the big, long, emotional speeches. I don't know. I really, really wanted that show to exceed. I'm such a huge Star Trek fan, but I just... And it's not the actors. The actors are fine. Well, most of them. I don't think I have any more. But it's the writing. Like, it has to be the writing for them to have... Look at this. This is junk. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? Do you see that? Like, it's just this stupid piece of whatever. But there's nothing I can do with that. Might as well get it out. But yeah, so I really want to like Star Trek. And I don't know what happened to I don't know if I missed it or what. I'll have to do some investigation, but I really like The Good Fight. I liked The Good Wife, but I do like The Good Fight. And what's another one? Handmaid's Tale. Of course, that's not coming back for a while. What have I been watching? I'm gonna do that little and. But yeah, it's just like there's a never-ending supply of things to watch right now. And having said that, though, I am getting bored of TV. I watched that Why Women Kill. I don't know if you've ever seen it. If you have, comment below and tell me what you thought of it. I really liked that show. I'm sad they already have renewed it for a second season, but I don't think it's going to be the same characters, or if it is, it's not going to be many of them. Because you saw that ending scene with the they were old or like whatever. But anyways, I really liked that show. I thought it was funny. I thought it was smart. I thought it got a little weird with that threesome couple. Not that they were in a threesome, but I think her name was Jade. She just got like weird, like fast, and I just had a hard time believing that the lawyer wife would have fallen for it and not seen the signs. She's so smart. Anyway, yeah, I liked that show. What else? I don't know, honestly. It's half the time I'm watching YouTube videos on how to make better YouTube videos, or how to retain subscribers, or increase your watch time, or that's me to a T. Or editing a video, or figuring out why my friggin' audio is not working. This is taking me a while, you guys. We're already at the 1 hour 14 mark. Now, having said that, there will be probably stuff that I can cut out. That is a really weird. Let's do the plus sign. Let's just get that one up. 3072. But it is still gonna be an hour, and we're like half done. So maybe I'm moving a little too slow. Maybe doing a little too much jibber jabber. Was another one I liked. Stranger Things. I think I watched the first 2 seasons of that. I missed the 3rd. Always intended to go back to it because I think they are coming out with another one. So I just look at that like, okay, good. I'll have like 2 seasons to watch. But yeah, I mean, it's hard because so many shows are on hiatus or just coming out of hiatus because of the pandemic. So many shows are just not ready. I was really miffed at Handmaid's Tale because of where they left it off. Like, she's all shot up, and oh, look at that, I have another picture of those. And they're carrying her out of the woods. Like, I want to know what happens. What did I say I was doing? Little B. And I really like that show. I really like the actress who played her. It's like so perfect. She wasn't like too beautiful, but she was, but not ugly at all, and just such a strong person. She played that role really well. Come on, bees, gotta be furious. I see babies. Please have it. Yeah. You see, this is confetti. I'm in it now, folks. I missed a 5. Oh, there's a B. I think that's it. Okay, fine. I feel like I'm doing more dumping than placing. What is... I'm trying to make my way through all of these ones that don't have very many, so I can get myself to a clump of color that there's a fair amount of, but I don't know if that's gonna happen in this section. It doesn't seem like it, because it seems stuff is just everywhere. Look to the positives, Dawn. A beautiful picture you're gonna end up with at the end. I know. Okay. What's the next one? Honestly, don't know what to pick. I think I'm gonna pick the O. It's a pretty blue. And there's a couple of them. Maybe that will fill things in a bit for me. Have you guys seen? I have not had to get more of this sticky tack once. It's that good. It lasts forever. And I love the idea of having it in a pen and I can just twist it up when I need it. I know I've said this, probably said it a few times, but it's my happy pen. And I did try sticky tack in like dollar store sticky tack in just the regular pens, and it worked just fine. If it wasn't for like, you know, me just being spoiled and wanting a pen that held it and let me twist it up, I would have happily worked with putting it into a pen. Do I have any more? Oh, please tell me there's more. One more. It really bugs me that I can't find my spatula. Like, what would I have done with it? I'm so going out of my mind right now. I seem to be doing it in a fairly straight line, but there's always the odd one that you want to straighten out. You just want to, anyway. I know it's here, I just don't know. What is that? Let's see. Okay, I think I'm done. Oh no, I found another row. Go, oh, oh, oh. It's magic. Okay, never mind. I think that's it tonight. See a couple of cues right here. Well, that's kind of a dark color. But I just see a couple, so let's not pour half the bottle. This is way too much anyway. Thank you. Gotta get a move on or you guys are gonna think I'm way too slow, which clearly is part of the problem, and I would be fibbing if I tried to say that I was quick at this. But I knew I would be. I knew I would be slower doing the square. But this section seems to be a bit bigger too than the top section. No more Q. Do you see a Q? I do not see a Q. Okay. What's the next one, guys? Pick a color, see if I guess it. I think I'm gonna do... Okay, got the color that you think I'm gonna pick? I'm gonna do F. Did I get it? Did I get it? Where is F? F is 371. There you go. Kind of a darker mustard, greeny, yellowy. I'm telling you, when I'm done shooting this, I am finding that spatula thing, because it was here. And I can't leave things alone. It must have just fallen under something. I know I've talked about it too much, so I said F, right? F this, F that, F it all. Right, guys? I'm just kidding. You guys are so awesome hanging out with me while I struggle through this mash of colors. I had no idea what I was getting into in this section, that's for sure. Any more Fs? There's one. You guys see any more? Let's just take a look and make sure. I do not. Okay, take a very close look at the painting and tell me what the next one I'm gonna pick is. I am going to pick, let's do Z. Is that how you guys say it? Z? Z? Where are you on here? 370. Now we're getting a move on, I think. She says as she dumps. No, just kidding. I'm not really checkerboarding. It's just, there's nothing to checkerboard. It's too all over the place. So I think I'm just gonna kind of do my thing. There does seem to be a couple little buggers. Uh-oh, that didn't go in. Did it? Didn't feel like it did. Maybe this is for it. I didn't want it, but I think I might have got someone. It's Wednesday. It's the season finale of The Expanse tonight. Oh no, it's Thursday. But that means we missed it yesterday. What was going on? My husband was playing, he plays Civilizations with his brother, and they were into quite a heavy game. And I was just having a bit day, and I just kind of slept the day away. So, yeah, it was just one of those days. I'm sure we all have them. But yeah, I can't believe we missed that. That's pretty funny, because I think there's only 10 episodes, and we've watched 9, so. Alright, you guys, what's the next one I'm gonna pick? I already know which one I'm gonna pick. Give you a hint, there's only a couple of them. Like there's only a couple of them. I'm gonna do A. Let's do A. Oh, this is kind of a red color. I don't know. My color might be skewed too with all the lighting. I find with the light pad and then the other light and then the above light, some of the colors that I look at don't quite look how I think they should look. I'm not complaining. I mean, as long as I've got the code, I'll put them where they go. Alright, I said A. A it is going to be. And I'm just going to, I'm gonna lift this because I think there's 2 that are, oh, there we go. On A. Oh, I love that popping noise and the crunching noise. when you fit them between two other drills. I am working on my lingo, okay? I hear birds hooting outside. I like that also an A. That is an A, is it? And I'll stick it in. That's what she said. He said? I don't know. Never mind. Oh, if my husband could hear me. Yeah, I think that.
Okay, guys, you have until I put these away to decide which number you think I'm going to pick next. Which one is it gonna be? Oops, somebody's got I think I'm gonna do V, folks. Did you guess it? Are you guys reading my mind? Are we of one mind? Right? That's right, right? I know, I feel like I've already done this color, but so many of the colors are so similar that I don't know what I'm talking about. Alright, let's get V out of the way. Oop. If I was doing a live stream, you guys could have picked which one I did next. Hey, that might be a fun idea to try, especially when you're doing these confetti areas that have every color under the sun in a small section like this. I think I might be starting to feel the tack. Maybe not, but it's kind of starting to feel like it's not catching quite as good. But that might, well, no, I don't think I'm imagining it. I think I'm gonna have to turn it off. But boy, did that last long. I mean, if that was wax, I would have been dipping into the wax. Is that all the V? Do you guys see any more V? Not that you can tell me, but do you? Huh. All right. Clearly, I overjudged that color. Make a mess. 6:45. All right. You know what? Let's just go with you then. Oh, here's 6:40. Maybe that's why I thought I was looking at you. I don't know. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. It wasn't my eyes. What are you talking about? I know what I'm looking at. Okay. You it is. You see how far I get before I absolutely have to turn up this. I mean, it's still kind of maybe I'll turn it just a tad. I think I might have unwound it when I was doing it. When I was using it, I think I might have accidentally like loosened it and maybe some of it got sucked in. I don't know. I don't know exactly how it works, but I know it has something to do with that, so maybe. I mean, either way, it's my fault. I either used it all or I misused it. It does seem to be working better already. And you barely have to touch it. Do you guys see any more? You do not think I do. Oh, I think that's it. All right, what's my next color gonna be, guys? Oops, you got, till I put this away to figure it all out. Read my mind. I'm putting it out there. Let's just, here, I'll pick one. Yeah, I've got one in my brain. What's it gonna be? Are you ready? 435, which is he. Did you guess right? Somebody out there had to have guessed right. Somebody has to think like me with no rhyme or reason. There's just a couple of these, but I think I need to take a sip of my drink. Throat is getting dry. I don't think I have a huge number. Do I even have any more? Yep, a couple more. Whoa. I missed a little bit. Nope, I don't think so. All right, what's next? I missed a U. I think I'm gonna do T next. So T, 647. Well, this is a nice minty green color of my pen. Actually, even my cell phone case is kind of, well, it's a little more lime, but kind of a minty. Lime green is not easy to, I found lime green is really hard to come by in cases right now. I hope as they make more cases they'll come out with more my style, or my color, but at least I could find something that was green. Okay, close enough. I mean, we have got to get a move on. I have just been taking so long to get this one section done. You guys see any more tea? I don't think I do. Well, darn it. It seemed like there was more. I was getting a color that there was a few. Alright, what's next? I'm not doing those G's because they're kind of half on, half off. What's next? Let's do the 7s. There's not too many of these either.
Let's have a sip drink. I honestly don't see inside. I want to just move right into the, I mean, they still have to be done, but let's do the bees and just get them away. Which one am I going to pick next? I'm going to pick 3. 3 is $4.98. A couple. So let's just do them. I think that might be it. I knew there weren't that many of these ones. I think I would be happy. So what I'm doing is like this section and then this section. But what I was thinking of doing is just finishing out this section first. I might just go to this halfway point and then start just working in rows just to get these 2 pieces of paper off and done. Yeah, there's no sense really holding on to them. Why did I say that was $4.98? So what do we want to do next? I think I'm going to do N. Let's do N. N is through, did I say 35? And I don't think any of those. We're getting there, folks. I mean, not that it really matters how long a WIP and chat goes. I mean, we are just kind of shooting the breeze, and they go, I've seen them go for hours. Mrs. Crochet and Coffee, I've seen some of hers go really long. Now, she is a character, and honestly, she could talk about anything under the sun, and and she could go on and on and on, and I mean that in a very good way. She, like I said, she is a character, and she has got a story to tell about just about flipping anything, and she's funny. So, I mean, I could see why hers go as long as they do, because her stories are quite involved. But yeah, I don't think I talk quite that much, but oh my goodness, this is like going on 2 hours. Did I say Mrs. Crochet and Coffee goes 2 hours? Okay, longer. I've seen her go longer. I will speed up parts of this too. Well, you'll have already seen them sped up, but and I will edit out certain parts of it as well to make it go a little less long. But I'm gonna do K next at 900. There. And I only have a few of those. I don't even think I have to take them out. Well, unless they're not sitting the right way. Well, that's kind of an orangey red, if I'm seeing it right. Almost like a blood red. Any more K? No. Alright, let's get rid of these 8s. Where are they? Here is my number 8. Oh, number 8 is one very first number. And so far have not done any black at all. I know there is some in here. There's not very many paintings that don't have at least some. But lately I actually have heard a few people say that some of their paintings didn't have any. I said 8, right? Yes, I did. I have yet to see it, but it'll be interesting to see when I see it. Do I have any others? Yes. Any others? I do not know. Alright, what should I do next? I'm thinking E. What do you guys think? Just get those E's out of the way. Ease into it. Put the E's into it. And I think I only have a couple of these, so I'm not even gonna dump them out. Okay, I don't think so. I knew they weren't very good. Alright, then let's do the C's. And what are C? 30. I have definitely worked, well, I mean, clearly you can just take a look at the painting and see it, but this is the most colors in one square I've worked with. And I will be happy to get back to a point where I'm just dealing with blocks of color again, or more blocks of color. Is that it? And I think that. So what is my next copy? Let's do large D's. Get those out of the way. I can do these already. I don't know why I feel like I've already done that color. Let's do some G. A couple of these. Doing number 2. I only have just this one, which I am going to place, and then there. What's next, guys? I think I'll do number 6. You know, I might actually end up doing a couple more cheapers. Don't really want to wave them. And now we'll do a 9. Let's look at the 9s. Where is the 9? See, the kind of a blue color. I'm sitting here looking at my legend. Oh, there it is. That is a black. If you can believe it. Weren't we just talking about that a second ago? This is the first black I am placing. In every other painting I've done, black has kind of been one of the most predominant colors. It's been weird to do this much of a painting and what I just placed 4. Okay. Alright. These little double T's, I don't know what you call them. They look like stitches. Well, we are almost done. We are getting so close. But doesn't it feel so far away? Like, this one's been a doozy. So as and I missed an M1. Missed the small one. This does not look like... Oh, I think I just knocked the camera with my pen. Sorry, guys. Oh, look, I did miss a C. Well, we are getting down to the end of it. Of this section, anyway. 33.6. I think I am gonna do these G's. Ooh, I've got a hair. Looks like a cat hair. But I think I won't like leaving them like that. I see a hair. And it does look like a cat hair. You know, Milo doesn't really shed a lot for being a Persian, but we do occasionally find these weird long, medium long hair. Too short to be my hair, but okay, I'll just finish up that one. And where are these? I mean, clearly his hair gets everywhere because I find it everywhere, but he isn't. We get him shaved down into a line cut, but when he has grown out, I mean, you pet him and it's immediate allergies for me, but especially for my daughter. But she doesn't care. She's got to have her dose of Milo, that's for sure. And she does take anti-allergy medication, but I'm just gonna get in there and get those 2. I'm not gonna worry about the O or the S. I think I did those really crooked. Ay. I don't know. Should have left well enough alone. I think I somewhat fixed them. But yeah, I'm not gonna worry about those 2 in there. I just wanted to make sure that the ones that were kind of hanging out. All right. So it looks like we finally completed a session. Now, if I go downstairs and upload this and there is no sound, I'm gonna be at my wit's end, and I want to say I'm gonna be bawling like a baby, except that that's embarrassing, but also true. Possibly true. So whatever. That section did take us a little bit longer. If you take a look at the sections, that's all beads, and this is this much of the paper, so that's why. And of course it couldn't be any worse for confetti. I have a very clear understanding of confetti now, and that is what that was. The rest of these sections were a dream. And I'm not saying I don't like doing them, but they do definitely take longer. We're at 2 hours and 15 minutes. So I'm not going to keep you guys any longer. Like I said, I will do my best to edit this down as much as possible. Maybe I'll throw in a time lapse or 2. I don't know. But I will try to make this as painless as possible for you, or maybe you guys enjoyed it. I don't know. Anyways, that's going to be it for me, you guys. I hope you had fun. Just remember, whatever you guys are doing, wherever you are, I hope you are all having fun. But most importantly, I hope you're taking care of yourselves and your loved ones and staying safe. I love you guys all, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye.